Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to do a little short intro because we have a lot to go through and a lot to look into and whatnot. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Oh my goodness, Kimmy, Nebulous, don't look back. Who else? That Mama, welcome. Who else do I have in the house? Christy, Wim, shout out to Wim. Cammy, Leanne, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, Sushi, Jezebel's in the house. Michelle B. Who else? Don't look back and that mama. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Hey, Simply Monica, how you doing, love? Um, we're gonna get this intro started, and that'll let people get in here and everything. Shout out to everybody. I see Snoop and everybody. Catalina's in the house. Okay, we have a lot to get through. All right, so let me hit this intro, and it'll be the short one because we have a lot to get into. All righty. Okay. Let me put my phone down on mute. I see people coming through. Hey, B Tim. Hey, MJ. Welcome, Kitty Coo. Welcome, Catalina. All my beautiful members. Snoop, D. Marie. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Smack that like button. Thank you so much. Y'all caught alive. Hoo-hoo. All right. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Dee Dee, I don't see my mods in the house yet. Maybe they'll get here in a minute. Hey, Cammy. How you doing? Hopefully we'll have some mods here pretty soon. Hey, Miss Amber. How you doing? All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, okay? So it's a lot happening, okay? And let me tell you, it's just it's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. Why don't we start what by just sharing a little bit of what BJ wrote on her community post? Hold up. Shut up, Rabbit. You're talking too much. I can hear myself talking. Um, let's talk about what she wrote on her community post because I can definitely relate to this in so many ways. So BJ on that Surprise Witness TV row, I have received 16 false privacy complaints over the past 2 days from an unknown, unnamed, anonymous source. Most of these 17 complaints contain multiple timestamps alleged within each one. I'm also being continuously harassed and abused with the legal system. A court date is tomorrow, and I expect to be vindicated. In my opinion, the goal of this unknown, unnamed complainant is to overwhelm me with false complaints in hopes that I cannot respond to all of them in time. So that one sticks and I lose my channel or channels. I have taken legal action, but I just wanted to keep y'all updated that I'm being very actively targeted by someone, and I don't even know who it is. Unfortunately for them, I ain't scared of clowns. That is, look, I've been in that. I know what that's like. I've received a lot of false. I've received false privacy complaints. I've also received false copyright strikes to get your information to be doxxed. This is part of what people do on this YouTube game. It is, unfortunately. Um, we know it too well, and hopefully BJ is able to write those and do what you got to do and respond to them. We're gonna review. So we have this couple things. Let me give you guys a couple of things. So there's three or four things that I want to really clarify today and kind of put this out there. So what we have so far is that there is a special motion to strike under California anti-SLAPP statute. SLAPP, for those that don't know, stands for the Strategic Litigation Against Public Participation, and the anti-SLAPP statute is meant to protect defendants in a lawsuit where the purpose of the lawsuit is to stop free speech activity. If the judge grants this motion, the burden of proof will shift to Lima to prove that she has probability or likelihood to win this case. Okay, that's one. Number two, there is a declaration here that was submitted by BJ's attorneys to be exact. And it is 192 pages. We're going to review that. I think by page 72 is when the exhibit starts. And it's interesting because I was reviewing the declaration, and believe it or not, all of this declaration, if you've been following the content for some, I was late to this a lot, but it was such an easy flow document to just follow because all this information that she has said is already out there. So everybody here in the chat, if you've been watching BJ's videos, you know that her videos, like, the document is consistent with what her videos are. There is no surprises. There is no, like, some surprise person. Well, something interesting that wasn't necessarily revealed here. No, no, no. It's very much transparency all the way. So that declaration is to support the slap motion, and it is about 192 pages. What was also submitted was 4 evidentiary objections to the declarations. So if you guys remember the last time we talked about this, there was 4 declarations that were written and we reviewed. Lima, Linda, Brian, and Dahlia. 4 declarations. So what BJ's attorneys did is that they submitted an evidentiary objection to all those. And I was able to review those. And OMG, very strategic. Like there is, talk about a table. There's a table. It's like saying this is what this is, and it's show this or show the receipt to that. This is this and that and the other, and then they sign it. And I'll show that to you guys. I know I'm like describing it very like as if everybody knows what I'm talking about. And then we also, I believe, have a hearing tomorrow, which I will be listening to because it's open to the public. I think it's everybody's can listen to it. And it is pertaining to Brian, the I don't know, the guy that settled with Lou Taylor and that said that he was somehow being whatever, whatever by BJ. And I'm just like, okay, where are the videos at? Where are the, like, anyways, anyways. So yeah, it's a work of art. It's a work of art. Did y'all see it? It is very much a work of art. You're gonna have to go, I believe, well, let me see what you guys are saying. Hold up. It's very interesting. It's very interesting in comparison, okay? So let's see. Let me take you guys over to my screen. Now, I'm going to read it. I'm not going to pay attention too much to the chat. I see Emily B in the chat. Emily, are you the only mod in the house? Thank you for, oh, and Vic, I see Vic. Thank you guys. I didn't see a whole lot of mods starting, so I just wanted to double check. I am not going to be paying attention too much to the chat because we got some reading to do. At least 72 pages of it, okay? So, BJ, the tape is off. All right. Finally, the tape is off. We get to, actually, take off her tape and she gets to actually speak. Okay. I'm just like, wow. So let's read this. Let's read this. The declaration of Miss BJ. Number 1 and number 2, here comes a respondent, yada, 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 very basic. We've seen this in various declarations that we talked about. Number 2 is, what is it? That the declaration is evidence of her direct testimony and that further offers proof and testimony and documentary evidence at the time of the hearing. Okay, we're going to skip over to, this was interesting, on the petitioner's pending New Jersey suit should preempted this proceeding. So when I was reading this, I thought this was interesting. She says, Petitioner Lima filed a complaint for libel in the United States District Court for the District of New Jersey, being case number. A true and correct copy of the original complaint is attached here to an Exhibit 1. In New Jersey action, petitioner raises the same allegations she does against me in this petition. The court in the New Jersey action dismissed petitioner's complaint without prejudice. A true and correct copy of the opinion is attached here to Exhibit 2. The court found that my commentary was protected opinion. The court, remember that, the what is it? The petition was dismissed and she was able to amend it, which she did. So then what is said here is very much that she's putting that as an exhibit to say, like, that court found that my opinion was protected. Petitioner has since filed an amended complaint. Petitioner knew I was represented by counsel Connor. I'm just going to CC. We're going to call him CC because there's two C's in the last name. At the time she filed this action, but intentionally, look at this shit, but intentionally failed to notify them of this petition, precluding me from appearing and representing my interests. This petition was filed within 3 weeks after the court dismissed without prejudice petitioner's complaint in the New Jersey action. The dirty games people play. 1 second, let me blow my nose. Let's get it going. Okay, let's start here. And for some of you, this is just informational background. Some of you guys know this because you've been following BJ, so I'm not really saying anything new and or different, okay? The shady boots, right, Melissa? The shady boots. Mm, the shady boots. All right, let me start. I'm not paying attention to the chat anymore, but here we go. I'm 33 years old and I'm a resident of the state of New Jersey. I have never lived in California. I have. I have visited California 10 to 20 times in my lifetime. I create and publish entertaining, educational, and comedic commentary opinion videos and live streams on matters of public interest on various social media sites. Like many others who work in the creative fields, my content and my purpose for creating it vary each with each project and has evolved over time. I expect this trend to continue. I began creating content in the summer of 2020, shortly after I earned my Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Pennsylvania Law School. I did not have a substantial social media footprint at that time. I began covering Britney Spears and her conservatorship proceedings by creating short, explanatory videos on TikTok, focusing on court documents and business filings. I eventually became a leading advocate for the hashtag Free Britney movement. Free Britney, the movement. I began working at law firm, such and such law firm, as a full-time associate on February 2021 and did so until about 3 months after my start date, when Britney Spears' longtime business partner Lou Taylor hired the firm and demanded that I cease my coverage about her affiliation with an investment firm. I voluntarily resigned from the firm and continued to create content about various public interest topics, including congressional legislation, high profile conservatorships, police, local government, corruptions, lifestyle content about my daily life. I aim to apply the lessons and knowledge I learned from the movement to future cases involving issues of public concern, such as conservatorship and disability rights abuse. Okay. And this is interesting because, I mean, if you watch some of BJ videos, she talked about leaving that firm. She talked about giving up her license. She's been, those are up there. That's all been given to the public for everyone to watch and see. Okay. My commentary of public figure Bam Margera on and on Amanda Rabb. All right. Now, this, my friends, this is when it gets like, wow. Here we go. February 2022, I became aware of Bam's guardianship. As I investigated the details of Bam's case, I uncovered several concerning publicly available details about his guardianship. The petitioner in this case, about his guardian, excuse me, the petitioner in this case. Specifically, the petitioner very publicly took responsibility for a 25-year-old woman's health care treatment after garnering significant public support, including financial support for her efforts. Scholarship announcement, which interesting because the video's right there for the judge to see. He can click that little link right there and it takes him exactly. And if he doesn't find it in the video, guess what? It's already on the timestamp there. But if she put the exact link, she'll know exactly when that scholarship announcement was made. Amanda update, September 25th of 2020. There's a video, another another link. I almost said hyperlink, but I think it's just link. This young woman, Amanda Rabb, Amanda was described by petitioner's associate, Mark Leda, as a crack addicted prostitute and a little street urchin. on his YouTube channel, The Soft White Underbelly. All you guys over there, you know, supporting the soft white underbelly. Okay? Tell him how he really feels. This man is the epitome of, ooh, what is the word? Damn, I can't even think of the word. Somebody in the chat help me with the word. What if somebody describes and you I mean he had no problem making money off of Amanda Rabb's story and every prostitute story and every crack addicted person up their story. Seriously, like, you're like the worst kind of person just for that. But anyways, yeah, exploitative. Thank you, Christy. Talk about exploiting people. He is the YouTube exploiter. Truly. He is the what is it? Skid Row exploiter. He goes in there and he offers them something and they do a video and that's is why I side eye a lot of the content creators that do a lot of the homeless type of content because it makes me wonder is truly like are they really consenting to this because they're in their right mind to consent to some of this? I'm just saying. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Opportunist for sure. The great grifter. The great what? Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better. All right. So crack addicted prostitute Amanda spring of video, which is the spring of 2020 video. And then Amanda update of 2021 video. Petitioner transferred Amanda across state lines into a facility in Las Vegas affiliated in into a facility in Las Vegas affiliated with Petitioner's organization, where Amanda tragically lost her life. Petitioner has made public her efforts at treating Amanda and about her what is it? Autonomous User Rehabilitation Agent, LLC ARA. I received Amanda's autopsy report through a public records request. It revealed that, in my opinion, Petitioner had lied about Amanda's cause of death and wasn't truthful about the drugs in Amanda's system at the time of her passing. In my opinion, Petitioner lied. Ooh, see, it's bolded there, and I'm reading this. Lied about the cause of death of a woman whom she had exercised healthcare decision making and financial control. When I made requests for petitioner to explain the discrepancy, they went unanswered. I began making videos documenting my investigations and alerting the public about Amanda's death. I believe that petitioner sued me to keep me silent. My mission is to find the truth. When I find it, my mission is to spread the truth. The truth is that Amanda Rabb died from cardiac arrhythmia, not a seizure disorder, as petition inaccurately reported to the public. The truth is that Amanda Rabb had far more than only Tylenol in her system at the time of her passing, which is not only what petitioner reported to the public. The truth is that Dalia Tinkali accused her mother of sex trafficking and sending men to rape her in December of 2022, and those accusations have been ignored. We've watched those videos. Didn't we, guys? We watched those videos. The truth is that Bam Margera has accused petitioner of abusing him through an insurance rehab scam known as the Florida Shuffle, and he has referred to her as the worst guardian ever. On September 25th of 2023, Bam made a public statement on social media denouncing his petitioner and the actions she took as his ex-guardian. Coverage concerning petitioner's lifestyle predates my coverage. As mentioned previously, my coverage dates back to February of 2022, but public criticism of petitioner and Aura began at least as early as September 2020. I relied this to the public criticism. I relied on how come I can't read? On this public criticism to direct my initial investigation when I learned of petitioner's guardianship over Bam. As early as September of 2020, a year and a half before my coverage began, petitioner and her friend Mark Leda publicly discussed the lots of negative comments they had received on my video featuring petitioner and her aura presentation. These lots of negative comments predated my coverage by more than 2 years. Girl, so why are you mad at BJ? You can't sue everybody for a negative comment. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I have a lot of haters. Should I sue them all? I mean, when should I? Should I sue everybody that hates me? Girl, I don't have that kind of money. I could do a pro se situation. I'll sue them all. You leave me a negative comment, I will sue your ass today. Today. You're a subscriber and you leave me a negative comment, I'm gonna sue you. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hold up. Let me take a drink. Um, I needed a little break. Snoop, see, Snoop's laughing. Shout out to Snoop. What Vic's like, what did I walk? Vic, watch your tone. I'm suing your ass. Not today, Satan. Not today. Wim, that's pretty negative. I'm suing you. Let me stop. Let me stop, girl. Let me just stop. All right. Here we go. Petitioner calls Bam her friend, but he was publicly stated that petitioner is the worst guardian ever. So which one is it? Is it your friend or are you a guardian? Because you can't be both. You can't be a friend and a guardian. You can be one or the other, especially in the mental health world. You cannot be someone's friend and somebody's guardian and then oversee their treatment. That doesn't work that way. No way. That's like saying that if I were to open a practice as a social worker and I call all my clients my friends, I can't do that. Can't do that. Anyways, let me stop. So, and it has been publicly reported that she orchestrated and encouraged his inhumane treatment in a publicly reported insurance scam known as the Florida Shuffle. Look, she put the document, the attorneys put this on the document. Click here and here. Like you click it and it takes you there. Bam has publicly described being stalked and harassed by petitioner and by a documentary film crew that he believes petitioner hired to rehabilitate her reputation. What? So is Bam supposed to be like the guinea pig? He has publicly stated that every time he escapes or leaves, petitioner would track him down and find out his location and or use the GPS coordinates on Bam's phone, track him down, and send him to yet another round of involuntary psychiatric treatment. Okay, he describes being held in 10 rehabs against his will. Here, at the 10-second mark, he told me that he is afraid of petitioner and wishes to avoid all contact with her in the future. He made a public statement on September 25th, 2023, reiterating his claims that petitioner had trapped him on the Florida Shuffle. Wow. So why? Okay, and not to say that I thought, is Bam also struggling with aside from, I thought it was alcohol, like substance use. Why are you trying to commit him to a psychiatric? I mean, he needs if the man needs rehab, he needs rehab, but why a psychiatric treatment center? Is there like a dual diagnosis that I'm not afraid, maybe I'm not well known or well versed in. I don't really know his treatment, but why a psychiatric? It's interesting. I never stated that petitioner is controlling or harming Bam, and there is no evidence in her declaration that I said this. Yeah, I read that declaration. Petitioner claimed that she gave up her guardianship to appease me, but that is impossible. The Arizona Supreme Court in Maricopa County ordered Bam into a temporary one-year guardianship on June 11th of 2021. Ooh, and there's a screenshot of that document. This temporary guardianship lasted for 1 year and expired on June 10th of 2022 by court order. There was no guardianship for petitioner to give up to appease me. This was another intentional, inaccurate statement of petitioner. Yeah, why did you say that then? Interesting. I have not made accusations that petitioner controlled or abused Bam, and petitioner makes no attempt to provide this court with even one example of a single instance of my making this accusation. I believe petitioner is using the legal system to harm me for stating my opinion about her conduct. Okay, We're gonna get into the weeds now. Mhm. We get into the weeds. That's right, Aussie. That's right. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. He had something come up from the cancel bam and then showed up. Lima was really Cheeks? Why did she show up with the camera crew? Like who does that? Yo, like, wait a minute. I guess I'm confused. She had an issue with she had an issue. Okay, help me understand this. She had an issue. I'm gonna say it now. She had an issue with with her family and the cam footage that was obtained through a FOIA, right? But you have no issues using cameras on your friend slash someone that you have guardianship over to expose. I mean, why would you record them to force them into treatment? See, you had no issue with that, but you have an issue with the family. So it's like, rules for thee, but not for me, right? Is that how it works? Right, right. Holy Spirit activate. It's serious. Think about it. See, Cheeks, you have to think about it. If she had issues with her family being exposed through this this body cam footage that is available for everybody, that anybody can get because it's a body cam footage, right? She had issues with that being exposed. But you have no issues exposing the person that's your friend, that you have guardianship, and you want to put them on a documentary for this bullshit. Sums off there. Right, right, least convenient. Right. You would have I just it just hit me. I said, "Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense." But hey, okay. So, petitioners' lobbying activities. Petitioner explicitly invited public discussion, criticism, debate when she authored not only one but two separate petitions that would financially enrich her own business ventures. Ooh, all right. See, oh yeah, I remember these petitions. Remember the change.org? And it was like very much like a presidential type of speech, like please do this and let's change the world with this. And it's like you want everybody to be locked up in long-term care with mandated technology. All right. The recipients to whom these petitions are addressed are to the President of the United States, the White House, insurance companies, which we all know what those are. And then one of these petitions received well over 25,000 signatures, and it's still collecting signatures for the public to this very day. In the White House petition, petitioners request that the President of the United States mandate technology in mental health treatment insurance for long-term care. Petitioners has advertised at least one of these petitions as recent as September of 2022, a month after she filed the New Jersey action, the change.org petition, which is still gathering signatures. I've seen these petitions. Yes. Okay. Factual statements are based on public information. And this goes back to what BJ has said time and time again. A lot of the information that she's received either through FOIA, public information, things that everybody, myself included, it's available to everyone, right? Um, we've seen this time and time again. We do it a lot in true crime. We get FOIAs, we do different things with them. That is what we do. So then she says, it is my practice, as I have it here, to only rely on publicly available documents and information in my investigation. I have redacted personal identifying information such as residential addresses, phone numbers, and in particular, social security numbers before publishing any such information. Attached here to collectively as Exhibit 3, which we'll see those exhibits in a minute, are public documents from which I obtain information, which were identified as exhibits in petitioner's petition. I received information through public records requests that do contain personal information such as phone numbers and residential addresses. Less frequently, they may contain social security numbers. Look at this. And this is BJ with no tape on her mouth saying, look, I received information through public records that request that some of these records, they have people's phone numbers and addresses, and less frequently socials. But did she post them up, right? That is the question. It has been my practice to always redact social security numbers and phone numbers before disseminating the public records further to the public. Below, I will provide 4 examples of my video. This list is non-exhaustive and serves to demonstrate the care and diligence that with which I treat this type of information in the publications. So she puts her videos on there, which was the truth about Bam Margera's escape. Okay. And then here she gives an example of that video. Okay. Where she showed that information. And as you can see, redacted, redacted. She says, I discuss a police report I received from Delray Beach Police Department in response to a public records request. This police report included petitioner's business address and phone number, but I redacted them in my publication. Not only did I redact petitioner's phone and address, I also did for BAM and another witness in the report, demonstrating my standard of redaction practice. The only phone number I left unredacted belonged to the facility manager from which BAM supposedly escaped, which would be public information. I mean, it's the facility. Hell. I also verbally stated in my videos that I have redacted the information and address. Okay. In this video, I discuss a restraining order petition that Dahlia filed in Los Angeles on August 17th of 2021. I obtained this public court filing from the official Los Angeles court website, where it is still available today for members for the public to access. Despite the document being publicly accessible court filing, I followed my standard redaction practices. So some of this stuff is not even redacted, and she's redacting it right there. This was one that was mentioned. Here you go. I also state verbally in my video that I have decided not to include the address of the twins where the video. Okay, this is interesting. I also stated verbally in this video that I have decided not to include the address of the twins here on this video. But just to remind y'all, it is public information. Petitioner was therefore on notice that this was a public filing and the information was public. Ooh, in this video, and this is a very interesting video, and I believe the video is still up. So I'm going to stop like right here because right in the bottom, Miss Dahlia has her address as a YouTube title line. Let me stop sharing this for 1 minute because I want to double check this real quick. Oh, this is not the one. Where was I at? Was it this one? Hold up, y'all. I don't want to lose my spot. Here it is. Yes. So it's not the title, but it's in the description, okay? And she put that up there. When you do your videos, if I put my address on the YouTube title, 123 Elm Street, as a title, she put herself up there. And I'm not even going to say she did it. Who put that up there? Because I'm under the impression that this girl, because they're trying to protect her, has very limited access to technology, right? That's how I understood the situation. Who put that up there? Like, and even if y'all are taking care of this girl because she's so, fragile and all that, and I'm not trying to take away from her situation. I don't know her. But you would think that you guys would have removed that, you know? Thank you, Claire. You like it? That painting right there is very shitty. I got to fix that. It bothers me. But thank you. She put that up there. And it kind of made me wonder too, did she put that shit up there like on purpose? Like what and I'm saying like thinking outside like, okay, was this a cry for help? Did she put her address up there as a cry for help? Or is she really just so off that she didn't know that she put her address? I see you, Celie. What happened there? Or was that like a cry? I'm so confused by that. I really am. I really am. Yes. Hold up. Let me see what you guys are saying. It is weird. Maybe she's reaching out for help. I thought that's what I said, Chrissy. I thought Lima was running the pages, right? Who puts their address on YouTube? Who does? It's up there. You guys didn't remove it. Did you take it serious? You guys are alleging that it was through that situation that somehow she was sexually assaulted because BJ did this and that. Like, I'm just wondering, right? Shar says, what I can't get out of my head around is the fact that the police dismissed Dahlia's very serious claims. But this is all the court docs now. So wouldn't that mean that the police needs to be questioned? Shar. It means a lot. The internet's forever. It's up there. It's up there. Somebody put that up there. So you're alleging that BJ put all your information up there and all this stuff, but the video's up there that says that if from Dahlia's account where it says that. And I'm going to read real quick. Hold up, because I don't want to show the address because it's a little blurry. But I saw that too, independent of this, before all of this went down. I saw that too, and I said, does the girl have her address or does she, the people know? Like, okay. Somebody had sent it to me. It was one of the videos that somebody sent. And I said, this is weird. This is weird. Maybe someone else posted the video with the address, probably, so that they can blame somebody for it. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot, right? First of all, how is she even like uploading these videos on YouTube if she has very limited phone in thing, whatever? You think that they move sense? Potentially. I don't know. So in this video, I discussed Dahlia being reported missing in Los Angeles in December of 2021. In some of her public social media posts since that time, I mentioned that Dahlia had posted her home address publicly in about two of her most recent YouTube videos published in March of 2022. In the video, I again state that I will not publish the address, even though Dahlia herself did it publicly, post the address more than once on a YouTube channel, and she puts the time and stamps and everything. I make reference to and show the video wherein Dahlia publicly publicizes her address, but I go to great lengths to redact the address itself by censoring and obscuring it in various ways. Below are screenshots from the Dahlia YouTube page showing the address in the description box below the video. Okay, so somebody had to have, the owner of the account or whoever's uploading these videos is the one writing what the video is about, the what is it? The description. It also, there's another option that once you go on your YouTube studio and you're in the description box, it won't let you, like, you have to save whether it's made for kids or not, or some shit like that. If you're a creator, you would know. And so you, like, after you click yes or no on that question, it lets you save. Otherwise, it won't. Somebody's doing this. It is. It's got to be somebody else. So I make or Dahlia herself, one of the two. Um, I make reference to, but go great lengths to redact the information itself. Below are screenshots. Da, 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 da. Okay, these two videos, which can be found here and here, are still posted publicly and still prominently display the address. These screenshots were taken on September 23rd of 2023, nearly a month after petitioners file in the instant petition. Let me stop right here because we're going to scroll down a little bit from this. I kind of want to move away from the address. There it is. And let's go back to sharing, even though she's probably moved some. I mean, I didn't even know her mama did IT or anything like that. And it's weird. Below are some of the ways I redacted the address in my December 2021 video alone. To be clear, this extensive redaction process is intentional and tedious. It takes immense time, effort, thought, and diligence. It does. It really does. You really don't. If somebody's video is public, she didn't even have to do all that. You see BJ right there covering the address because the address is right on the description box. That's BJ right there covering that address. She didn't have to do all that. If you post your address on YouTube, it is not, and you're a YouTuber commentator, you post it on YouTube. Why am I responsible? But she understands privacy and she's being diligent. Here, the address is obscured in with a digital censoring tool. Look at that. More multiple redactions on Google Map. Look at this one right here. Somebody said, well, she could have, another person that said, Rabbit, this is where she showed the address. Where, Becky? Tell me where, Becky. I don't see it. And shout out to all the Beckys. I don't know why that name came to my head, but Becky, tell me where. I saw this. This is a Google map. So she typed it and she put Lima's face right on the number. I don't know if you see it. Maybe I can zoom in. Look at this. Right there, Becky. That's Lima's face right there. There's no number. I don't know where this house is at. Who lives here? I don't know. I don't know. Just saying. So she puts multiple things to obscure. Look at this. Here we go. Here's another. She didn't have to do this either. You didn't have to do this. So Becky, the one that was messaging me, here it is. Here is the Soup's like, oh my God, not Becky. Shout out to all the beautiful Beckys. But Becky, who was messaging me and said, you know, this is what it was, and it was shiver here. No, it's not. No, it's not. Fontana, thank you so much for the $4.99. I wonder if Lima could be living with BPD. I mean, I don't know, girl. It's a lot. I just this is a lot. And thank you. I think I'm your first super chat ever. Thank you so much for the $4.99. I'm happy I'm your first super chat. You think it looks like a treatment home? Well, I mean, but this is not. I don't know where location is at, but she's using all these tools and she's demonstrating to the court. Look at these are all the tools. More censorship. The final example video, I state that I have not had a chance to redact publicly available documents to my own personal standard, even though the information was included in public records. So I did not show the records or camera in the entirety. I then discussed petitioner's publicly filed guardianship application. I verbally state that I will blur some of it out, even though it's publicly available. So if it's publicly available, there it is. But see, there's the Social Security. Petitioner's Social Security was redacted from this document. There it is. I even predicted in this video that petitioner would nevertheless take the issue with my coverage, even though I was further redacting already public records. I state in part that I knew petitioner would try to act like I'm sharing personal info, even though it's on a public court filing. Well, even now, I still believe petitioner aims to punish me for opinions which are based on public information. The examples above represent a very small sampling demonstrating the extraordinary lengths to which I have gone to redact and censor already publicly available information, including phone numbers, addresses, and especially social securities before publishing my findings. I took these steps and many others to redact, for example, Dahlia's address, even though it was public, multiple court filings, missing persons bulletin, and at least twice on Dahlia's own YouTube channel. All these disclosures of the address were publicly accessible, independent of my coverage, and they all remain publicly accessible today. Ooh, bolded. Petitioner is correct in her assertion that I continue to post YouTube videos and social media posts about her because the more I looked into the very public case of Amanda Rabb's death under petitioner's organization, RS Care, the more evidence surfaced of what I believe were lies set forth in the public record. Petitioner did not accurately report the toxicology report issued by the Clark County coroner in the autopsy report to the public, and she falsely stated that the time of Amanda's death she only had Tylenol in her system when in fact she had what is it hydralazine, HCl. Oh my God, I can't. What is it? Gabapen, Clonidine, Risperidone, the Lorzetan in her system. I had to fly through those. I make content about a variety of public interest subject matters and focus on my work on issues of significant public concern. Despite petitioners' insistence of Of the contrary, my social media following is not one of priorities when I cover this topic. That said, I do hope that other people and hopefully news organizations and federal agencies will investigate my stories. My commentary on petitioners is based on public information or is my opinion. Petitioner is correct that my most popular YouTube channel has grown from less than 100 to over 100,000 followers in less than a year since she became the subject of my post. The channel she references, BJ Investigates, currently has around 133,000 subscribers. Ooh, my goodness. I create the channel I created the channel as a collaborative project with a friend in April of 2022, citing no evidence at all. Petitioners attempts to take credit for all our tireless work and the reason people watch my videos. I started another joint channel with another friend this year, February of 2023. That channel, which doesn't have any videos featuring petitioner as a subject matter, went from 0 subscribers to 55,000 in 7 months. Wow. Girl can hustle. I mean, when you're a topic, you're a public figure, you have a company, you're getting guardianship of celebrities, and you're, using people, telling people to apply for scholarships. Yeah, like, people are going to make content off of you. Yes, I plan to listen to the hearing and report back, and go from there, and I'll take some notes. All right, let's keep going. So, additionally, at least three videos on BJ Investigates that petitioner takes issue with are direct responses to petitioner video words or actions. First, the emergency update video was a call to action asking my subscribers to help with legal fund for my defense against petitioner's New Jersey action, where petitioner original complaint was dismissed without prejudice. The emergency update was the very next video after my first one about Amanda Rabb. Another was my reaction to petitioner's own most recent YouTube video, wherein she addresses herself like me, styled her hair like mine, and made fun of me and others of her critics. Yes, she did. She did. Indeed, the thumbnail of this reaction video says my response in all caps. You know what is so crazy? Shout out to Sloan, because if you go to Lima's video, Sloan left a comment on her video. This is about a year ago. And I have a screenshot of that. And I was like, damn, I'm so glad Sloan saw this too, because, you know, the people are concerned, right? So Lima did a video called, what is it? Lima from Ara is in big trauma. Excuse me. Lima from Ara is in big trouble. Lima Jevremovic, soft white underbelly. Hi, nothing that Ara does is experimental. I also don't treat patients. We are a B2B startup, and our technology is used by clinical psychologists and certified therapists with patients. Okay. In that video, she was addressing the haters, right? She said, I'm addressing the haters. Okay. Cancel Lima. That's what she said. And I love what Sloan said. He said, this is disturbing. He made a comment to her video. You won't prevail being on the wrong side, Lima. It's not drama, it's murder. Yes, Leah, Sloan knows. Sloan knows. They try to silence the Sloan. I'm just saying. They really try with Sloan. Mm-mm-mm. They really tried it. Really, you guys make sure you check. I don't need to shout him out because he's much bigger, but shout out to him, and I shout him out because I have a lot of appreciation for Sloan. Um, the third response. Hold up. Let me see. Where did I leave off at? Okay, yeah, that was her response. The third is another response to an interview in which petitioner appeared on the No Jumper podcast, wherein she and the host made false assertions about me. Oh yeah, Mr. Adam 22, and made fun of me. No Jumper has an audience of 4.64 million subscribers, millions more than all my channels combined. Petitioner seeks to punish me for my opinions I stated on a far smaller platform than the one to which she availed herself to make fun of me. Oh my God. And let me just say, this recent interview with Tasha K and Adam 22, I was like, Tasha, I had higher what the hell? Like, I just can't believe she sat down with that man. I just don't like him. I don't like Adam 22. Um, okay. I made 2 videos mentioning petitioner on BJ investigates before she threatened to sue me in federal court, which she did in the New Jersey action. Her litigation has required me to continue my investigation and to continue publishing my findings because, in addition to reporting on my story of public concern, I now must also defend myself. In addition to this action, petitioner's friend Brian, my goodness, Brian, you little ant, you little hormiga, here you are. Ah, I swear, that little ant. All right, here's Brian. See, has filed a similar harassment action against me in Georgia, which has initially been dismissed. I rely on donations from the public to fund my legal defense. I have never directed anyone to approach or threaten petitioner, and I do not wish for anyone to do so. Indeed, I included the language do not send hate to any individual or brand mentioned in this video. In almost every single one of my videos, including those mentioning petitioner Exhibit 5, to the extent petitioner has received death threats that what is it? And inexcusable. I have not and do not and will not promote or endorse any type of physical violence or threats of any kind. I'm skim reading now. I have repeatedly stated verbally and in writing that no one should contact petitioner, and she has. By the way, we've all seen this, and her family or anyone else mentioned in my videos. I have even gone as far to tell my audience not to comment at all, even question or nice comments. That's too much. July 24th, the missing twins begs cops to arrest mother. In that video, I show one of the 2 body camera footages videos that I received in response to a public record request for them. I downloaded the video myself from the public records portal, okay, before the body cam footage is shown as please do not contact or attempt to contact any person mentioned in this video. If you would like to redress your grievances with the government or your public servant, please contact and do so peacefully. And she does leave that in there. I do remember seeing that in the video. In addition to this verbal disclaimer, I provide a text disclaimer over my voice with all caps. Do not contact or attempt to contact anyone. I added yet another disclaimer in the description box. Do not contact. Okay, we've seen that. All right. And then she leaves. Also, remember when she left the officer Megan Eldridge batch number there? It's there as well. In the video, I also show the officer's body cam footage from Tulsa, Oklahoma assault incident. Again, I state anyone, to state their grievances with the public services and refrain from contacting anyone in the video mentioned in the video. Again, this video is for transparency and accountability. Despite my efforts, I cannot control others' actions nor their speech any more than the petitioner can. Yeah, in her declaration, she's making a lot of claims, but doesn't really show any exhibits where the exact time frame of where BJ told her followers to go harass people. Like it was quite the opposite. But hey, okay. Let's see. Petitioner states that I have become retaliatory, but provides no specific examples, so I cannot respond adequately to this accusation. I'm a prolific content creator, and I'm a passionate advocate. All right. Um, my postings regarding petitioner's church on publicly released information. Oh man, and you guys were telling me about this church. Some of you guys were saying something. In her declaration, now let me look at the comments because we are knee deep in this now. Where are you guys at? You vaguely remember those? It's a lot, right? I need to check my other device. Hold up, y'all. And thank you for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button because it would help in the algorithm. It'd be nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, okay, here we go. She says here in the declaration, petitioner does not make clear which church in Los Angeles she refers to. I will assume she's talking about the United House of God Church, which she founded with her friend and business associates Alberto Mireno Jr. 3 days before Amanda Rabb's tragic passing while under petitioner's care. Alberto, what the hell are you doing? The church address is a matter of public record. Petitioners filed public paperwork with the California Secretary of State in connection with incorporating this church. She listed residential addresses in her public business filing. Petitioner has herself made her home address public information. Wow. Okay. So she did it herself. That's interesting. Where she was baptized May 2019, and this was on an Instagram profile, proudly featured a series of photographs of petitioner in 2019 baptized for years before I ever knew they existed. The exact location of this church was prominently displayed above the set photographs. Petitioner seeks this court to restrict my protected speech based on my republication of already public information. So if you've already posted this, what's the deal? And if it's a church and it's the church website, or if even if it's like a parishioner, she posted that up there. Jeez, all right. Petitioner confused public and private information. I began following Alexander Sasha, is it Poparik? Instagram page sometime in 2022 or 2023. At that time, I followed the account. It was public. The supposedly private ceremony petitioner describes was on this Instagram page. Ooh, um, hold up. On this Instagram page, did I just lose my spot? For at least 3 or 4 years before I republished it. The fact that Alexander made this account private after my investigation it began is irrelevant to the fact that the images as well as the church name and address were public for years. Yes, and the petitioner seeks an injunction to seeking to prevent my exercise of speech from this court for doxing at the same time at that her Aura website has prominently featured my home address on its landing pages for months. No way! Before petitioner filed this petition and weeks after the New Jersey action was dismissed. So she archived the page is archived. Wow. Wow. I know, right? I see. I'm like, I cannot. She is making some killer points here. Okay, so I will redact the information immediately from my content wherever it exists. I have reviewed my content and have not found. I saw her content. I didn't see anything where it showed that she showed anything personal, let alone social securities or anything like that. Hold up, let me see what it says here. Hold up, let me see. Okay. Dahlia's petitioner sister, who has submitted declaration in this case, accused her mother of holding her hostage like a prisoner, withholding her prescription medication, and sending men to rape her over and over as recently as December 2022 in a body cam footage I obtained from the Tulsa, Oklahoma Police Department Public Records website. There's the exhibits where it's all in there. Petitioner's mother, so Dahlia pleads with the officers, begging them to take Linda Omar or Miss Omar, petitioner's mother, to jail and say that she's trying to get her mother, Miss Omar, arrested for more than 2.5 years. Miss Omar, who has also submitted declaration in this case, has now asserted in this case that Dahlia was indeed raped. Yeah, yeah. Remember, we heard that. We heard that. And I'm not in communication with petitioner's sister, Dahlia. I left a handful of comments on Dahlia's public YouTube page, encouraging her to continue making art in the form of music and abstract paintings. I may have left up to 10 total comments directed at Dahlia on her YouTube page in the 19 months it has existed. Dahlia positively responded to at least one of these comments last year. Play us another one soon. Thank you, I will. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, hold up. And thank you, Wendy, for becoming a member. I just saw your sorry, y'all. I'm not even paying attention to the comments. Now that I'm thinking about this, um, Lima, I don't remember Lima in her declaration even mentioning that BJ left comments that were like, keep making music. Like this comment right here. Did y'all like walk out of the lady put A through Z exhibits one after another that were screenshots that are just like, can somebody organize this shit, right? Why didn't they include this as an exhibit? Like, Dahlia didn't have any exhibits in her declaration. Linda didn't have any exhibits. The only people that had exhibits was Brian and Lima, and Lima had A through Z, every letter. But she didn't include this, encouraging her sister to keep playing, right? Mm-mm-mm. Right, Spooky. I cannot. So around that time, July 30th of 2022, another petitioner threatened me with federal legal action. I did reach out to Dahlia. Not another. After petitioner threatened me with federal legal action, I did reach out to Dahlia to see if she had any input on her own stories, since the only thing I ever heard about her were difficult stories from petitioner. After that, I made two attempts to contact her via Instagram. One attempt was about 2 weeks after the first, August of 2022. The entire message is hi with a hand waving emoji, no response. And once more, about a month after that, September 13th, 2022, again, no response from Dahlia. I took that to mean if Dahlia was truly the person running the account, she may not be interested in communicating with me, which I respected. At some point after that, as I do from time to time, I made my account private. This means that for someone to see my post, they would need to follow me. And to follow me, I would need to accept that person's follow request. After 3 months, at the end of June, Dahlia sent me one of the following requests, which I accepted. Screenshot. I send one single message to her saying I was glad to see her back on Instagram. It's like, does this girl have limited? It's crazy. Around that time, petitioner herself also added me on Instagram. Started following you. So if, okay, Lima, like you're following her, but you are making all these allegations about her. How's that work? Like you're following the lady and you're making all these allegations on her. How does that work? Damaris, thank you for becoming a member. Love. Oh, you are a cutie, Damaris. Thank you for becoming a member. Um, how's this work? I know, right? BJ's attorney posted these screenshots that I'm just like, Lord have mercy, y'all. I can't. I can't. I know. Something. Somebody's running those accounts. Openly spying. I mean, right? Y'all better stop. You guys are gonna get sued. Not by me, by somebody. I better stop. And again, please do not harass. Please don't contact these folks. Don't do it. We're just giving commentary. I have a I'm being sarcastic. I can be funny. I can be an asshole in my commentary, and that's all I'm doing. We mean no harm to any of these people, okay? We mean no harm to any of these people, all right? Here we go. I cannot speak to whether Petitioner Sisters has severe mental illness, nor can I speak to what diagnosis she may have, if any. What is certain is that petitioners made both her sisters' private healthcare information a matter of public record for at least an entire year before I knew of this family's existence. Very true. Very motherfucking true. Very, very true right there. All right. Petitioners' sisters have long public documented history of mental health hospital stay. Indeed, petitioner even cites this very specific fact as one of the very reasons she started her company, ARA. It's very true. Petitioner speaks publicly about the sisters' mental illness and gives inconsistent account of their alleged diagnosis. For example, in the present filing, petitioner says that her sister's singular is diagnosed with schizophrenia and dissociative identity disorder. However, she has publicly stated that the sisters never had schizophrenia and they were misdiagnosed for years. Remember, and she OD'd like 8 times or something like that. Example of this assertion from petitioner are numerous, spanning several years, but I will provide a few below. Lord, we are not going to go. Listen, We have seen all of this. If you have look at, there is the screenshot of the infamous, what is it, a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. I can almost hear BJ's voice reciting some of this. We've seen some of this. Also, last year, during a public pitch to investors for Aura, she stated that they were diagnosed with complex PTSD and made no mention of schizophrenia or dissociative disorder. Petitioner seeks to silence my protected speech for doing something for which she specifically advocates. In July of 2018, an Instagram account posts on her personal account, petitioner described why it was important to make her sister's healthcare battles an issue of public concern. Don't you think that that is up to them? But then again, do they have they ever really had a voice in all of this? No, in my opinion. They have been a they have been like they have been the start of, right, the initiation of, like, my sisters or this and that and the other, but we've never really heard from them. They've never really had a voice in all of this. The most we've seen from them have been a couple of YouTube videos and the body cam footage. But we don't even know what they know or how their image, like, we don't know. We don't know, right? Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Sorry, y'all. I got interrupted. Okay. But we don't know, right? We don't know what's up. We don't It's a lot. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So here we go. Sorry about that. I had to stop for a minute. So for years, it says 4 years before my coverage began, Lima for Mara or for Aura, I think that's how you say it, made an Instagram post about how she nearly lost both of her sisters twice in the last 30 days. She lost both of her sisters twice in the last 30 days. Okay. Okay. And was to be open about their health and encourage others to speak out and fight for better care. This post is still publicly accessible. The same year on Christmas, and another IG post featuring petitioner's sister mentioned their very serious mental health issues. The mental health issues were apparently so serious that her sister petitioner in the present case would need to take over the operation of their Instagram account immediately. Mm. February of 2021, the petitioner posted to her Aura company IG account that her sisters would both begin using the Aura technology to manage their mental health. She reiterates that the sisters had been misdiagnosed and that they have suffered with their medical treatment. This post is still publicly accessible. So they're like, I don't know. This concerns me in so many levels because it goes back to Bam is my friend, and Bam, I'm also a guardian to him. This right here is this is a no-no. They shouldn't be using your technology. It's just off. It's off. It's completely off. Oh, So this is more of it. 7 months later, in September 2021, petitioner would post about another crisis again to her public Instagram account. This time, she asked for the public's assistance in locating one of her sisters. Apparently, she had ran away, and petitioner was looking for her. In this particular Instagram post, petitioner uses alarming hashtags, including human trafficking awareness, abduction, kidnap, help me. She's updated the post to read, "My sister was found and she's still alive." This post is still publicly accessible. Wow. You know what is so crazy? It's a screenshot, but it was liked by like 7,000 people. It's interesting. Just 3 months after the post, September 2021, Dahlia would be reported missing in West Hollywood. A local news station affiliated with CBS published the bulletin and broadcast in the missing persons flyer. And on the news report, Dahlia was referred to as a developmentally disabled. This flyer and the news segment are still both publicly accessible. Hmm. And we don't, there's the bulletin. Is she publicly, I mean, is she disabled that we know of? Why would she use that? It's a lot. Is it untrue? Like I don't know. I don't know what her diagnoses are. I mean, according to Lima, I just cannot believe. I mean, she put her sister up on Front Street with all those diagnoses, but we don't really know if she's disabled or not, right? I don't know. She looks very I don't know. I mean, I don't know. To put that up there, is that supposed to, you know, I guess it feels like she was trying to label her sister, and we don't know if that's the case, if she is, you know, has any type of disability like that or anything like that. It's just a shame that she would put that up there. But petitioners assert that my coverage caused her sisters to be hospitalized. However, petitioner's sisters has been hospitalized more than 60 times, more than 2 years before my coverage even began. Petitioners publicly stated that her sister had been to 60 treatment centers. And you know what? That is through her own words. And those hospitalizations had failed to help her sister's mental health. In August of 2020, petitioner stated in a soft white underbelly interview that her sister had been hospitalized more than 60 times because of their mental health. Oh, and don't forget the OD part too, that they both OD'd like 8 times or something, if I remember correctly from the allegedly from the clip. Okay, keep that in mind. Last year, again, only 3 months later, my coverage began. Petitioner made a public presentation about Aura to the Los Angeles Commission on Alcohol and Other Drugs. According to her 2022 presentation slides, which I obtained through public records request, her sister had been in and out of 60 treatment centers because of their supposed misdiagnosis. Mm-mm-mm. It's it keeps going. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to stop. This is page 26. Hold up, y'all. Line 51, page 26. Tomorrow I'm going to go live again because there is a hearing and I want to report out and then I want to finish the rest of this and then it'll allow me to, get some water and stretch, get some rest and everything. But I'm going to be present at that hearing, of course, of course. And we stopped at line 51, page 26. I wrote it down. Uh, Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're just reviewing this. This is public information. These are court documents. Just saying. Um, but we'll be back live tomorrow on this specific topic. I'm definitely going to make it so you guys can, be here and listen to at least some of the notes. You guys, it's public information. These hearings are public. You just have to log in into their website or whatever. And be able to hear it. You guys can definitely hear it, but I'll definitely report out. And tomorrow, the hearing specifically is about what is it? Brian and BJ. So I'm kind of curious to know. I kind of want to hear like, get the feel of the judge, get the feel of everything, get the feel. So I'm gonna do that, and I will let you guys know. I'm gonna set up the live, probably set it up so it's ready for tomorrow, and you guys can just have those notifications as well. Gotcha. Supposed mental, yeah, but there was a different word that was used for that though. Supposed mental disabilities since the 19th of September 2026. Yeah. So she's been speaking out for her sister, but her sisters haven't said anything. They haven't confirmed any of this. Have they confirmed any of this? I mean, I don't know. I just it feels something feels off about the situation. I think a lot of you guys can attest to that as well. Yes. Shout out to everybody. But make sure you guys are hitting the like button. I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go get something to drink and go tend to baby bunny. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you're watching the replay. And remember, be back tomorrow. We're gonna review the next part of this and then talk about what the hearing was like for mañana. Okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Where is my exit? Right here. Bye guys.